to get live here. Let's see if I get myself around over here and to the microphones. What's up, everybody? So, man, I was sitting in there doing my editing, and all of a sudden I happened to look at the time on my phone, and it's like literally 6:48. I'm like, no way. I happened to look at the time on my phone, and I'm going to tell you what. I guess this time change kind of got me because I thought I had time, you know. But anyways, I am here. I do want to show you guys something I'm working on. I went digging through my bin and I found something that everybody in the whole world wants right now, but getting it is just kind of something that's kind of, they're about to start getting these back in stock. And I'm talking about the Mias axles. I actually found I had a black one in here. Enlighten, oh no, we redneck are us. Clayton, did I leak something? I don't think so, but I might have. As I'm looking around, notice I'm looking this way because, well, there's kind of a reason for it. So NHRC, what's up, buddy? I do want to show you guys something I've been working on here, and this specifically fits the Executioner. It's an actual vehicle stand, and it's designed to cup the skid right in it because, I mean, when you put these things on stuff, the way that round skid, it kind of wobbles a little bit if you hang it on like some 2x4s like what I do. You could use axle stands, all that, but this right here is the next Executioner. And this right here actually has a Mias Capra front end, just the front end. I haven't got a servo or anything in it yet, and an F10 rear. I believe this is the knockoff F10 rear, but it is here. And this fits into this and actually holds just like that. So that is kind of the way it's set up here. Get that to lock it. There we go, just like that. So that's the way it's set up, and actually that's the proper way. And obviously it's going to hold it up here at the front like this because the weight bias and all that, right? So this has the Hotline RC, the Hotline Performance Dig transmission in it. That's my next build right there, and I'm pretty close to it. On the website, I've got links and everything there, so at least limited. When I was doing the F10 rear, the top links, I'm ordering some shorter rear top links so I can make a kit to put the F10 axles in there correctly. So just so you know, I am working on that. Vintage, so did I. Mark, what's up? Cherry Pit, what's up? Rob Conant, hey buddy. Chainsaw, what's up? Loving your content on the Executioner, man. Thank you for that. Stacy, RC Junkyard, hey, how y'all doing today? Hopefully everybody's dried up. When I got back from all that rain, I literally let all my canopies out and everything, just kind of let everything air out. So OG Nitros, what's up? Discovery. I love everything with four wheels. Joe, when are we going to see you at a high speed, try a high speed build? I'll try a 150. I don't know that I can do a 150 drive or something one-handed. That would be quite the spectacle. We did get the Primal Challenger up to 73, but it goes in the ditch every time. Keone, what's up? Matthew, Nitro Pimp, what's up, buddy? Jerry Brown, hey dude, what's happening, man? So let me see. I am doing something with the new four-wheel steer Capra. Got something going on with that. This is the OG Executioner right here. Drove that today. Did a little tire work on that one. Now, when I was at Zombie Palooza, I realized that I needed something. Number one was organization for my tables. And one of those would be in the form of this right here. Basically, when I go to an event, I made these little display units that can go right here and hold the chassis in place. Now, these display units may end up finding themselves into a local hobby shop near you. I'm working on a bit of distribution for the chassis, the kits, and all that. I just got to get everything right before I actually send out. I want to make sure packaging is correct and all that. So this little display will be on my table at Beat the Creek. I've got 3 of them because I've got 3 different color chassis rails. These are actually the printed rails, which are discontinued. So let me see. Microphone baffles. What is it too loud? Is it too loud or something? What happened to my hair? I buzz cutted it. What's next? An Exocaged polo shirt. Dude, I'm not that high class. This room occasionally fight with a weed eater or gravely mower. I never had a gravely. I did have there was another one I had. It wasn't a gravely though. It was another industrial one I used to have years ago. No, take care. All right, so there's no hiss and pop. I mean, I've got both of them running. It is in stereo mode, and I've got these little cute little fluffy things on here. All right, cool. So you guys like the little fluffy things. Transparent plexiglass used for display. Now, yeah, you know, if I start really dealing in high-end stuff, which at Beat the Creek, I'm going to have Furatech stuff there. I've got some Holmes revolvers that I found in my bin. Brand new, never run. So at Beat the Creek, I'm going to have this stuff priced to sell. Just be ready for it. It will be priced to get out of my inventory. You got to do a Jean-Luc Picard for Halloween. Jean-Luc Picard. No, I got to keep some kind of shade up there. My shade is naturally going away, but I want to try to keep as much as I can because if I go out in the sunlight, man, I just feel it, you know, cooking my brain. I got a video on about Nitro Pimp, dude. Oh, speaking of that, I messaged Arthur, and he does have sway bars for the back of that thing now. So on my next order with Vidavon, I'm getting a sway bar because I want to take mine with me to Axial Fest. This wasn't a Gravely. It was another one that ran alongside of it many years ago. This one had a seat. The deck was in front of you, and the engine and all was in the back, and it was kind of like a weird floaty thing with 4 springs on it. I can't think of the name of it right now. It was a real old one, but man, I tell you what, you push them things like that, dude, it would sling so fast your feet would come up in the air. It was awesome. Oh, I just remembered the name and I can't think of it again. It was right there though. It wasn't a Cub Cadet. F3RC, what's up? I tried a stock Vidavon bar, it doesn't work. Well, he's got them specifically for it, so that will be happening. I don't have a space for a big bouncer. What about sound, the dynamics? Well, if Pat knows about sound, I really don't. You got to zinc that top. Zinc it? You want it white? It's already going white. Look at the sides, man. That could be just because I haven't had any sun up there in a while. I will absolutely add a few of them on the list. Arthur already mentioned to do that. It wasn't a Jacobson. It was, what other industrial ones? They still make a brand. This brand is still out there. I just can't think of it. The busted knuckle full size is most like the bouncer. I do Indiana Jones hat. I've got one that has a wreath on it, but I about wore that thing out last year at I got Beat the Creek coming up. Yeah, that's the big one. I already mentioned that. It wasn't a Kohler. It was something different. It was another industrial one. I'm telling you. It wasn't a Grasshopper. It wasn't that. I can't think. I took the engine off of it because the engine was only running on 1 cylinder and it had 2. But it was. I took it. They honed it because the cylinders were just messed up and all that. It wasn't a Mahindra. Golly, I cannot think of the name of it. It was really industrial. I want to say it was about 53-inch, 54-inch cut or something like that. It wasn't a Mahindra. It wasn't a Kubota. Nope, it was not. It wasn't a Massey Ferguson. It Executioner. Yeah, mine comes in naturally at about 64:36, like this. So that's the way mine comes in. It wasn't a Toro. It wasn't a Still. You guys have got all of them except for the right one. It did have a Kohler engine on it, though. That I do believe. Something else, only 2-cylinder, made back then, lawn tractor style. This wasn't a lawn tractor. It had like, it was like on the back of it. You put the, like a big grass catcher on the back of it. It was a zero turn. It was a zero turn. It wasn't an Aries. It was a zero turn, but it had casters in the front, drive tires right here, and then it had the engine on the back side, and there was a big caster on the back side of it. So I actually had like 5 different wheels on it. It wasn't Cub Cadet, but it had 4 big old springs running to the front deck. That created like a lift, which put pressure on the tires to allow you to drive. I cannot think of the name of it. What's up, Justin? Fat House. I know exactly what brand you're talking about. Well, what is it, Redneck? It wasn't a Walker. It wasn't Toro. Somehow we're talking about my mower I used to have many years ago. It wasn't a Hustler. Loved the magazines, but it wasn't that. Let me see. Hustler, Right Winger, Grasshopper, Big Dog, Bad Boy. Welcome to Mower Talk. No. Man. Bad Dog, Sing, Ferris. Wasn't a Ferris. I got the squishy stuff in my eyes. Sacks, no. Golly. Old industrial zero turn mowers. Let me see. Now I'm looking at all these right here. See, this one looks kind of like it. It was a first commercial zero turn. I'm looking here. I'm trying to think of the name. I know I'm going to find it, or I'll think of it afterwards, and I'll post on the Facebook. I'll post it on the Facebook page when I figure it out. X-Mark Vintage RC. You got it. X-Mark. That's what it was. It was a big old X-Mark. Whatever color X-Mark was. And Pat House, I can tell you right now, it was not a clam. It took the money out of my wallet like a clam, but it wasn't. It really wasn't. It was the X-Mark. Yep. So, all right. Now, let's get back to RC since we got off on that tangent there. All right. So, we're not messing with wheelbarrows. All right. Yep. Vintage. You got it right. That was X-Mark for sure. Now, I do have a set of tires here that I probably have to show you guys later on in the week, but I'm working on those. But I do want to show you guys. My favorite has always been Dixie Chopper. I've never had a Dixie Chopper. I have not seen the new loaded dice beadlocks. Special RC shed. If I set it up right, I could actually have an RC museum. But I do want to point out, we got Art Park coming up soon. That's around the Tifton area. I've got it on my calendar on my phone that I'm looking at you guys in right now. I can see you over there. All right. Amazing twin diesel engines on them. No Vintage RC, you already got it right, buddy, with X-Mark. Nitro Smithsonian. Yes, Nitro Pimp. You do have a Smithsonian. MTD is a Cub Cadet cinder block battery RC shed with a mower bay. Nope. Anyone that put aluminum upgrades on the Arma Vendetta. Do they even have aluminum upgrades for that? honestly, I don't know that it was it popular enough to even get those. Windroll, the rear axle skip plate for the Executioner. Rob, are you talking about the you're talking about this for the Mias axles? They're on the website now. They've been on the website. That is a collectible now. Now, I did make one of these. It was a rush order. I did make one of these, and it fits the Capra by Trial, the Capra Trial axle. I need to find another axle. This axle looked a little bit odd to me, but I need to find another Trial Capra axle so I can make that. I still got to get the one for the F10s and the SCX 10.3, and still got to. I'm still getting requests for TRX 4. I'm not sure how many guys actually build competition level crawlers with a TRX 4 axle. Hold up a second. Let me check that real quick. Let me see. We'll look up drag skid here. Let's see if I got them. They're not sold out. Drag skid. Drag skid. Oh my goodness. They said sold out. I apologize for that. We'll add like 30 of them in stock here because I can print them as needed. Okay, now there's a bunch of them in stock. I was unaware of that. All right. All right, so anyway, guys, I do want to point out chassis are in stock. Links are in stock. I know what you need. When I get the other links in for this rear axle, I was able to make these work, but I had to use the long links. So when I used the short lower links on here, the 115 tops, then what you'll get is the short 60 millimeter, the same tops right here. The VRD axles are obviously a different setup on links and all that. Now you'll get a longer link set at the bottom. So that's how I was able to make mine work, but I still need the rear link to be shorter. And I don't have any of those in stock, so I am trying to get about, I think, 200 of the 115s. I'm still owed about 350 of the 60s for the front, because those are the most limited supply that I've got right now. Let me see, T-Rex cells. Where's my Thor? Keeping it safe. Your Thor is just sitting over there chilling right now. Have you tried out the Banff inserts? How do you think comp crawlers will look in 5 years' time? Endos, that's a good question, buddy. You know, just when you think that we are at the limit, you know, you got Exo.us making some insane chassis. You've got these right here. I think all we can do in the future is just fine tune what we've got. And it's going to come in increments, a little bit here, a little bit there. Somebody's going to bring out one with a skid that just changes everything and does things it really shouldn't be able to do. Shameless plug, sorry. This right here is this is my Sam truck right here. Now this one, I might get off on a tangent right here. 4-wheel IFS. If done right, it can be really good. If done wrong, it'll be like if you're the IFS off-road out there. It's just going to fall apart. This right here has an SCX Pro front end in it. Although I've got it working, there is no way to make this front end correct in this chassis. You can stretch it out and kind of alleviate some of the issues, but to keep this where it needs to be, it's just not what this chassis needs. Now this one does have a F10, yeah, has an F10 rear portal on it. So, I mean, this was set up really good, but I'm going to be telling you right now, anybody out there running an Executioner with the SCX Pro front end, I doubt it's going to be set up right. It was built for portals. That's what it was built for. So if you see anybody out there doing a comparison with Execution that's not acting right, it's probably because they've got the wrong driveline in it. So that's kind of an important thing with this truck. I mean, it was, when I designed this, I built what I wanted. I didn't really build it for mass sales or any of that stuff. I built what I wanted. And when it comes to the skid, I asked a few different manufacturers to make this for me. Nobody wanted to do it. So, you know what? You got to do it yourself. And I did. And it runs so good. But, anyways, yeah, this is designed for this setup right here. This is the ideal setup for it, in my opinion. Now, this one over here, this one, Keone actually has one he already built like this, and it has the Mias front, the Mias front, and the F10 rear. So he already has one like this. I drove his, and I think it did good, but I got a feeling I'm going to be able to set mine up a little bit better. Sorry, Keone, but I got a feeling this is going to put a whooping on you here. But yeah, you got to set them up right. I did stay with the deluxe front shocks on this, and I used the SCX Pro rear shocks. The rear is much more adjustable as far as what shocks you use and all that. Got to get my drive shafts in it, which I use cut to length drive shafts. Just simple, cheap stuff off of Amazon. And this right here should be pretty darn awesome. Whenever Keone comes over, hopefully I'll have this back up and running, or have it up and running, put it that way. So, and then we're going to do a little bit of running with that. XRT to a crawler just to see. I have went crawling past. I have went crawling with the Next Max before. When Hobbywing first came out with their censored 800 kV, it's an old video now, but I did try to crawl it. Yeah, it was kind of like a big, oversized Traxxas Summit. So, Raymond, what's up, buddy? James RC. James is awesome with straight axles and small tires. Yeah, now you've got yours. Is yours? Yours are on. Yours are on the. Yours are like my class 3. They're on the H10 axles, aren't they, Chainsaw? No, diecast work there, quality work. I want to do mine with F10 portals, front and rear. Justin Noble, yes. If you want to get the links, message me and tell me the links that you're after. I do not have any 115 top links for the rear, but I know I have exactly what you need to make that front axle go right in. So I have everything except the rear deal. Yeah. Rich B, you are addicted to RCs, I do believe. All right, Slow MK. Okay, got to get the butt washer. Yes. Okay, let me get you taken care of here, buddy. All right, Corey, just ordered that skid plate. Okay, Rob. Yeah, new slider dropped. How much was it? New slider. New slider. What kind of a slider was it? Let me grab this real quick. I've been meaning to show you guys this. Now, I did take a peek into it, but I do want to show you guys this right here. Vanquish. Okay. Would you ever use H10 optic axles in a straight axle? Well, yes, I did. I have a whole Executioner on H10 optic axles. Okay, Vanquish Builder's Kit. Okay. So they're just kind of making different variations of what they've already got, which makes sense. Addicted to RCs right here. I want to show you guys this. We have... You got to let me know where you get your hats made. I need hats like this for Exocaged. This is nice. Look at that right there. The embroidery on yours is awesome. Mine is horrible. I would totally get these hats made wherever you've got these. So let me know. This is awesome right here, man. This is cool. Addicted to RCs. Yeah, message me on Facebook, please, because I would love to get some nice hats. I get people asking me about hats, and I tell them that hat that I wear on camera sometimes is absolutely horrible. Ooh, that's a little bit too tight. Is absolutely horrible, and my price on that thing was $36. I told him, I said, I'll buy it because you made it for me, but there's nothing I can do with it. This is awesome right here. Would you ever use it? Trade accent, but yes. I mentioned on Facebook. What's up, Wally? Are you still in for tomorrow? Because if you are, I'll make sure to have everything set up. Wally's going to go on camera with everybody with me if he's still in. Let's see here. We've got Addicted to RC. You've got your own lanyard, it appears. Okay, Wally, cool. You guys will finally get to see the living legend, Wally David. Okay. See, I don't have any of this stuff. This is cool. Key ring, keychain. Man, you went all out on swag, didn't you, man? Dude, you got really nice stuff, buddy. Oh, there goes a sticker. QR code. Check that out right there. Let me get this sticker. Hey, you guys can't see my bald spot now, can you? All right. Now let's keep on getting into here. There's more. Yes, sir, Rich. You sure did. Now we have a shirt. Dude. The QR code on the back and everything. What size is it? Ooh, it's even my size. Okay. I am not going to turn the camera around. But you guys give me a second here. Ooh, these wheels roll really good. See that? Ooh. You guys cannot see what I'm doing back here, and that's on purpose. You don't want to see. Let's do this right here. Oh, man. Dude, it fits. Oh, guys, is it on backwards? No, I think it's right. No, it's not. It's backwards. Put your shirt on backwards. Here we go. What do you think, huh? Oh, dude, it fits perfectly. Heck yeah, man. Awesome, man. Thank you so much, Rich. Let me see. Just heads up. That's going to sell for $35. That's going to sell for minimum $35. Interviewing everyone in the studio now. If there's somebody that can make it in and want to get interviewed, don't worry, Clayton. When you come all the way down here to Florida from Canada, I'm going to put you in here too. I'm going to let you tell the story of those ants at Attica you sat in. Yep. No, Marcus, I did not rip one. He's stripping off camera now. Dude, I don't even think I could sell a foot pick. Spa, what's up? Nitro. So it'll be a Nitro Pimp shirt. All right. Who I'll watch him and Keone till the end of the video. Oh, God, Justin. I really thought about editing that out, but I'm like, no, this is too good. It's just dudes being dudes back there. To hold them in place when they print them if your skin itches. Oh, well, I got itchy skin all the time. I'm always itching. I could never be an astronaut. As much as I itch all over the place, Change it. Nope, Jerry, nope. Nobody would ever pay to see that. Jason Roberts, what's up? No effort, spaghetti wasted. Wear my Exocaged shirt everywhere. That's awesome, Nitro. Thank you. Justin, what's up, man? Yes, sir. Um, Now, let me ask you guys a question. I was messing with Robert Pezza, Scale Rat. He does really good design work. Okay, he designed my canopies, the wrap on my raminator. That was all his work. So, so what we were looking at was getting an actual shirt made, executioner shirt. We're talking like graphics and flames and skulls and all kinds of stuff. So, would you guys be interested if I come up with an executioner shirt? Executioner with a tiny eye. It's not. Oh, her shirt's in my size. Wait till I lose weight. I can get them in 3X, but every time I go to get shirts, I got a minimum order 12 every time. Marcos, I'm down 65 pounds. John Brown, yes. We got a John Brown and a Jerry Brown here. Pulled pork, awesome. Now, guys, how many of you guys have an executioner? I'm curious, how many of you guys actually have an executioner? I need a 4X. I think I can get up to 5, but it's like an additional $3 for the material for that. I got one. I have one. It's 400, 160. I have one. Grades on the Arma Vendetta or no? Will Darby, no sir. I don't know of any aluminum upgrades on the Vendetta. Okay, so if you guys all have them, I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the truck? How do you have it set up? And I'm just curious about your setups, what it's doing, how it's performing, and all that, because it's been out long enough now that they're available to be, I don't want to call them upgraded, but I mean, to be properly set up. I'm curious what your setup is on them. And John Brown, yes, there is definitely 12 fat guys. I'm gonna tell you this much: when I where I used to get my shirts from, I swear it was like he was converting everything into mediums. I'm like, dude, we aren't mediums. Very few guys in the RC world are mediums. We're all middle-aged, dad bod kind of people, that have actually worked our way into having disposable income and actually can do this stuff, because this stuff isn't cheap. Looks fat for me, but gotta be careful, true, about the bigger sizes. Remember, there are more fat people than skinny. 20 bicep takes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Good skill for the Hillman and the 6. Well, see, we are looking at doing that. That would be a that would be a as far as scaling it up, me and Arthur are already discussing that. Trying to scale it up, because I don't think we can just simply scale it up and go. There's differences to it. I want to have it to where you can use the stock transmission in it. I'd like to have that, because honestly, the first and second gear is really nice. I don't want the big metal housing, the big metal transmission like what we have in the Raminators and the Ram Bouncers. It's way too much. And I want to have it set up on Mod 1 gears. Very simple, very simple 3-gear design, something like that. As lightweight as possible. So we are looking at scaling it up. It is something that's on the plans. So we'll have to see how it all works out, though. Love it. 7 F10 Fusion Pro. Love it. Super shafty front, F10 rear, 525s. Also, only trucks I drive now. My setup exactly as your video is definitely in my top 3 rigs. Nice, Travis. I want one for the 6, Joe. So let's make it happen. Justin, we're working on it. We are working on it. It's months away though. So I mean, I say months away, probably fall. Now, can we haphazardly just scale it up and go? Yeah, we can, but wouldn't you rather have it done right? I would. I mean, we have all the drive line. All we need really are obviously a much bigger rail. The skid can be reworked in the same fashion, but the transmission, that's a different thing there. And there's another transmission out there that's a lightweight transmission, isn't there, for the SCX6s? That's already out there. Video. I have two. I'm trying to get figured out the way I want them. One basically all done on F10s with Reefs Trans and Reefs 777 and Fusion Pro, of course. Okay, Brian, good deal there. Yeah, the F10s are a popular axle on these things. Doing good too out in Cali, but I would like to see if the skid could be a little shorter. Seems like it's a little bit long. I think the skid's shorter. I mean, I could do a shorter skid, I guess. The way I got it set up, though, I'm not sure if that would benefit anything, though. Use axle should be here anytime after next comp. I will let you know. All right, Matt. He says outdoes my crawler, trash chassis, and my diamond chassis. The only complaint is the skid hangs up a lot more. What part is it hanging up on? Get your 150 kilo servo. Yes, Pat, I've got those servos. I haven't had a chance to mess with them yet, but I do have those servos. You buy the red chassis. If I was going, Joe. What's up, Kevin? Hey, buddy. Did you buy or sell anything at the swap meet in Orlando? Just a couple little things. I really wasn't packed to bring a lot of stuff to sell. So just kind of like trying to get rid of that Raminator and the Ram Bouncer. KT and it Tumblewump was in the house. Kevin sent a sticker. Send Kevin a sticker at Pat. Hi, Kevin. Better late than never. That's right. Okay, Mr. Kevin. See you around. Yes, sir. You can't move those servos by hand. The gear reduction isn't. Well, that's cool. I mean, I want to try them in the SCX6 bouncer over here. I mean, for 75 bucks, if I get 3 or 4 videos out of it with a couple cartwheels, I think they're worth it, you know? I actually am close to having enough stuff to put a full kit together, so yeah, it's possible he could be getting one soon. My hand, it's Christmas every day. That's right. So anyway, this is pretty awesome. Best RC YouTubers. The note from Rich right here. I will put together a kit for you. In fact, I just ordered transmissions today. I need to get more Fusion Pros. Get more Fusion Pros. I got to get those. I got to get some servos and then tires. I kind of want to set you up with these, but I'm a little bit worried that these tires would not hold up to what you're going to do with it. I'm kind of thinking the J Concepts Megalithics will be the best tire for you. Obviously, I get you a set of these wheels. I get them set up with the brass, all that stuff, which I've actually got the wheels on order as well. On the house, I got a chassis in the car. Looks good. Joe may need to start using cheater glasses soon. Oh, I do have some. They're 0.5 strength. Every now and then I'll have to use them. You got the Hotline ODD transmission in it? Nice, dude. Tusks, Joe. Tusks are more durable. Tusks are more durable than the Megs? South Florida. Let me see. Is there something around here on this table? I do see something I can't show you, but it'll be all right. I miss meeting you at Orlando. She passed by the turnpike. I saw your trailer when I finally got around to walking around the meet. You were done packing up. I thought you did come over and say hi. Clickbaiting is broken, on, man. No, 7 years. Don't start clickbaiting, Sean. Well, I have unintentionally leaked things before. I have done that before, but it was completely unintentional. Meg's wearing on super fast, and at least out here, tusks last and grip like crazy. Tusks are a really good tire. I should be there. Okay, so you'll be here by noon tomorrow. Cool. Just so you know, Wally, I did my video on it today. I did give it the first drive, all that stuff. And I will tell you this, man, when we get this thing out to the, got to be careful what I say here. I really could leak something. When we get it out to a proper track, dude, I think it's going to be awesome. Because remember when we talked about the way these vehicles react in a turn, how they do the different things that they do. Well, this has a version of that already built into it. You're gonna love it. But don't worry, it's good to go, Wally. We're good to go. I had to get this video done for a proper release time. Any shootout videos come out, Optic versus new Capra. My Optic is now an Executioner. So, and I gave the chassis and transmission to Keone. I gave all that to Keone, let him have that. I had no more use for it. And he happened to be here at the right time, right place. For the crawler peeps in here, please don't kill me fast. Any news on Arlarlo's giant scale crawler? I do not have any information on that one yet. I do believe it's just a rebody R007 like I've got with a brushless motor. Now, they had the brushless motor done like a year ago. I had a video of it and all that stuff. So they've had that motor for a while. They just haven't actually put it in a truck yet. So, Kevin, Vaporware, show us please. I cannot. Gotta run. All right, Wally. See you tomorrow. I'm going to come to the next Armageddon. Dude, wouldn't that be awesome to get him out here for Armageddon? I told him, I said, dude, if you can make it to Axial Fest, you know, bring it on, man. You can get to Axial Fest, we're going to have an execution. That's right. That's right. Corley did a drop. Oh, Corley, yeah, they've got that two-wheel drive buggy, whatever it was. It's kind of odd, you know. They actually contacted me about that, and you know, trying to figure something out to make it work. I mean, it's just a four-wheel drive buggy with no driveline in the front. I asked them, can you put a driveline in the front to make it four-wheel drive? And they said yes. So they didn't change any geometries or anything. About the only thing I can think of to make that really work would be paddles on the back and ribs on the front. I mean, a two-wheel drive e-buggy, I guess it could be a new novice class, maybe? I don't know. The cross tow truck looks good. I think Travis was coming out with a newer version of the UDR. I don't know. I'd like to see a newer version UDR. Exoplex International Takeover. I'm not sure that there's been anybody here with out-of-country residents yet. I don't think. Come over and experience a hurricane. If you come over in the fall, heck, that could be it. Clayton, only if Tomlin can. Corley looks good for quality. I like the Corley stuff, and that new Punisher 4, which is sitting over there on the rack, is actually a really tough truck. It's got all 1/8 driveline in it and like a almost 1/10 ish, 1/9 scale platform. So it should be really tough in there. Ribs are her pleasure. Now, I will tell you this. I've got the air conditioner running, and it's starting to get cold in here. It's actually starting to get chilly in here. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the... Can you guys hear air conditioning or anything in the background? I agree, Kevin. This Punisher I got looks to be tough. I mean, when you look at it as compared to, like, say, the Arma Vortex 4x4, which is ultra tough. What I need to do is take them out and take them for a comparison, but they're really a different size truck, you know? I was going to put the Punisher up against the Outcast 4S, but I'm not sure that the Outcast 4S is even available anymore. I know my Big Rock is outdated. That one's out. I've got the Red Cat Valkyries up here. That might be a closer match to the Punisher 4, actually. See, I've got the Big Rock, but I don't have the newest version. I've got the older version. Oh, sound like a fan. It's not bad. I have a Bluetooth earphones in. Okay, well, if you got Bluetooth earphones in, you're probably hearing a lot of everything. So, no sound from AC. That's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool that I can run the AC, because when it gets hot here, it's like Clayton said, if he comes down here, can he camp in June in Florida? I'm like, you can, but it's not advised. Clayton is from Canada. If he thinks it's hot in Indiana, at Attica for June, buddy, it's a whole nastier world down here in June. Our summers are horrible. So if he does actually come all the way down to the Exoplex from Canada, we're going to make sure that he's... I told him that tonight. Nitro, I did. We're going to make sure that he can be he'll be inside. We're not going to leave him outside, man. That would be horrible. Oh, man. Yes, it is, Rich. Swamp nuts is a real problem. I told him, I said, dude, I really don't recommend it. Clayton will find out. Clayton will find out. I'm old enough that I know about the baby powder trick. You're going to need a whole, like, 5-gallon bucket of that stuff, dude. Good morning, Jen. You're going to I'm glad you guys are getting him, because, dude, you really don't want to do that. I'm like, no. And then I said, I'll get you in to let you shower. He goes, oh, I probably shouldn't be saying this. He goes, oh, just give me a water hose. And I'm like, no, dude. I understand getting out and toughing it. I totally get that, but this is not what we need here. That double was mad. Which double? Which double? Was it something I did? Bring the cornstarch. Zinc paste should keep skeeters off. Rob killed it with his Raminator. Finished summer in Australia. Got 120 this year. Yeah, that's right. You guys are finishing up your summertime. Chris, I've been following along like I need, but have you gotten your hands on the new ODD transmission? Yes, I certainly do. I have a whole video on it, and hopefully I'll be driving this tomorrow. This is the ODD transmission in an Exocutioner. So I got everything to fit, the skid, all that stuff. So we are good to go on that. me get this box out of the way here. Some said about my buddy Rob did a double backflip. A double backflip. I would have to change the gearing on mine a lot. Right now I've got a 15 tooth in it with the Vidavon conversion. I can do up to a 25 tooth pinion on that thing, so I can make it ridiculous. I know I've done X-Max style backflips before off the ramp. I've done those. That was with the other transmission, which was actually geared a little bit faster, to be honest with you. I've got to find that video, double backflip with a raminator. That's pretty cool. Not as fun as it sounds. Deployment taught me that. Saw the sun 3 days ago. What a sight. Did the daylight savings throw you off over the weekend, or had to get up at 1:55 to change your clocks or your stickers? It says they're sold out. Okay, if you're looking at the stickers, like those sticker sheets, they are sold out. I have changed sticker people. I no longer deal with Max. Backflip and a raminator. Power, Pet House, that's all it is. Max 4 with 1-up gearing. Okay, so he's got the stock transmission, but he put the faster gearing in it. Work on the shocks. They look to be locking up big time. I can't believe he did. Explode his piston. Man, South Florida, buddy, I have wasted so many pistons on these things. I have messed it all. I messed a lot of them up. You're talking about me? I enjoyed it a whole lot better when I actually had a day job and I could come home and have daylight to actually do stuff. Now it's like, sweet, times changed. It doesn't really affect me much now. 1 a.m. comes up quicker, that I know. Well, Mac was doing all my stuff, and I should have learned the first time I ever dealt with him because he was getting me a banner for the USTE. And I ordered the banner 3 months in advance, thinking, okay, cool, I'll have it, no problem. And he was still 6 months late. I should have took a hint with that right there to just drop him and move on, but I stayed with him. And now I had some more stickers made, Executioner stickers, and paid him for it. He sent me the UPS tracking and never dropped it off. Poof, gone. So, yeah, no longer am I dealing with him anymore. And it was crazy because every single order, there was a family issue and it was late. Every single time. Every time. I'll send you info for stickers. Be better pricing than Max. Rich, yeah, definitely that. And these hats right here, dude. I need to get with you on that. The highest gearing, one down. The raminator, you got the stock ratio, the low ratio, and the high ratio. Is there something in between that I'm missing? At least with the stock transmission, I have in my shop, well, not everything in my shop right now, sort of, maybe I do, but yes, I do actually. I have Ram Bouncer V1 is still here. I have a Gravedigger autograph signed number 97 Gravedigger sitting over here. I'm working on the conversion for that, which will have a Max 4 560 in that one. And that one's getting a Johnny Crash conversion. And then I've got another Raminator sitting here with another Johnny Crash conversion in it. So I've got like 3 Raminators in this room right here. 3. Now, the other 2 Raminators are a buddy of mine that I'm looking to try to sell them. The Gravedigger, everything. I'm trying to sell that. I haven't actually posted up yet because I haven't got the conversion finished. But I will have that. In between gears on the stock. Okay, I'll have to figure out what those in between gears are. Some YouTube, yes. Mate, new Raminator videos have been cutting some double backflips on here. That thing is powerful. Chris, that Max 4 is amazing. Yeah, Rich, I am absolutely done. I'm actually using Sticker Mule now. And you're not going to believe it. I ordered 750 stickers from Sticker Mule. And I kid you not, I had them in 5 days. I'm like, I'm used to waiting 3 months. So, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Who's in? I know you like Vidavon kit, but that JCR kit. Oh, I know it does, Nitro. I know it does. What I like about the JCR kit, it's quiet. Now, I know some guys, they put them in, all of a sudden they start breaking chains. I'm like, I never broke the chain when I had it in mind. Never broke the chain. The biggest reason I went to the Vidavon was to get the motor down low, get the transmission, get everything down on a skid, and get the batteries midship and down as low as I can get them. That was the biggest reason for going for that, because for performance, you don't want that 4-pound motor up high in the chassis like what it is with the Johnny Crash. I mean, it works great, beautiful system. But for what I wanted for my Raminator, and you guys have seen my Raminator run, it's planted. It lands good. It handles good. It does everything performance. And that's exactly what I wanted out of it. Now, I will tell you this. The Ram Bouncer or the Exo Bouncer will eat its lunch. If Kevin ever comes over here, I'll let him drive my Ram Bouncer, and he'll probably like it. He'll probably like it because I'm telling you, it will smoke a Raminator. And I'm talking about performance wise, handling, corners, jumping, ripping around. It stays planted. It's a much higher performance vehicle. It really is. It really is. And it's got the little 5690 motor on this thing. The little motor. The smallest fifth scale, this 5690, the smallest, would that be a fifth scale motor? I'm not sure, but it runs good in that thing. Say Nitro full name. I did say Nitro full name. Double A Day, I actually almost did leak it verbally earlier. Joe hates Raminator as much as Kev. No, dude, I love my Raminator Blitz. I love that thing. Why'd you leak? I probably leaked a little bit of something verbally. JCR kit waiting, but they are engineer Marvel might just get Kevin to sign it and just have it. Will a Raminator fit into a smart car? I'm not sure, Brian, Jerry Brown, but when I got mine from Scale Rat years ago at USTE, I fit it in the back of my Hyundai Santa Fe and then had cars all the way around it, cars shoved under it, and I still had to have a buddy take my tables home because I couldn't fit them. Well, Kevin, buddy, when you drive this thing, the first thing you're going to say is, I never knew I needed four-wheel steering. Because I know four-wheel steering can be a little bit of a handful. Man, when it's set up right. I know you know how to set it up right. But, man, it will eat a Raminator's lunch. I'll make sure they're on different radios so we can do some racing and stuff around here, buddy. It's going to be amazing. Okay, LC Paul, send me a message, buddy. You don't hate your Raminator, do you? No Double A Day. I love that thing. Like comparing X-Max to an XRT and the thing. You are correct, Justin Noble. The everything is weighted down low. In fact, I've got the new titanium links from Vidavon sitting on the shelf inside. So that is going to go on my Ram Bouncer. So it'll get those with the chromoly rod ends and all that. So Kevin, if you're breaking rod ends, you can either have them as obviously a fuse to keep from breaking something else, or get the Vidavon titanium rod ends. And I think if you want, because I know in that one video where you crashed it, you twisted the chassis. What you can do is get the Vidavon mount to go for the transmission, but keep the stock transmission up above it. Just use the skid down there to help support everything. That's an idea. I heard about Armageddon, but not back at their freedom. I heard that too, South Florida. I have no idea where it's going to be. I did not move my shelves with the RCs. I had a last minute. I was editing, and 6:48 came around. Oh my God, I took off running out here to get this thing set up. This is how I set it up, so it's kind of the way we're going to be right now. Yeah, no, nice. I didn't even notice torque twist in that video. The torque twist is really under control because I've got 6mm sway bars on it. Now the 6mm sway bars, those are again for performance, like racing performance. If I was going to, have more of a basher raminator, I'd probably go with the 5s just because they're going to give a little more and they're less likely, say you really articulate that thing out hard, it's less likely for it to hold and actually get a twist in it. So the 5mm, they'll give more, Hear me? When did we get the 2-in-1 homes? Dylan, I've been trying to get that motor for weeks and I have not been able to get it yet. See, the weak rod ends, you're right, Kevin. They do pop and all that. My issue with those, with my setup, my ESCs are like down on the skids. So when those rod ends go, if that link pops like this, theoretically, the link could actually go up into my ESC. So it's kind of one of them things where I would rather it just not break at all. Because my ESC is on the side plate of the raminator, and if it breaks and goes in the up position, which typically it will, you don't really want it to go through your ESC. And I'd rather not have that. Because you'd either lose the Max 4 or I got a Max 5G2 in the Ram Bouncer. At the minimum, you pop your ESC and you got to get a new one. Got that. At a bad, it creates a dead short in there, and then you end up with a big old nuclear bomb going off. I'm going to weld a plate to the bottom. A bit of on gearbox mod at some point. Don't think, just do it. I know with the Vidavon gearing, now I do got to tell you this, Kevin, if you do go with the correct, that was on my mind there, yes. The strong ends up here, the weak ends down there, that's a good one there. If you do go with the Vidavon gear down bottom, you're going to have to flip one end or the other because the Raminator has opposing drive shafts, right? The Vidavon is the same drive. What I did on mine was I actually flipped the fronts around because I got fronts, front and back for the rear steer and all that. I flipped the fronts, and kind of one of them things I'm thinking for a typical truck, driver's side lifts due to torque of the motor and all that, right? Well, if you look at a rear engine monster truck, and I'm sure you know this, typically speaking, from what I've seen, they actually torque twist passenger side up with the rear engine and all that setup. Am I right or wrong? I think I saw that happen with a Gravedigger. He torque twisted passenger side up because of rear engine and all that. Am I right on that, or was I just seeing something odd that day? I'm still waiting for Joe to test his Raminator shock pistons. I still need to order 650 oil or 350 oil. I'd like a gallon of it. Now, I have a little mini lathe that I'd use to cut the brass for the weighted pro codes and all that. But I would need a much bigger lathe for that. This one just has like a 380 size brushed motor on it and a little belt. It's very small. You have no idea, really. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they actually torque twist passenger side up with the rear engine. Does Lamborghini have any mods or upgrades? I believe they do, Kevin. I think. I mean, it's all in the rotation of the drive shaft with the torque into the transmission and all that. So, Joe, do you know where I could get a custom Gravedigger shell for an Arma Creighton 6S ESB? Notice it. Buddy, I've never seen it or heard of a Gravedigger body for that. 20 ounces does 8 shocks with a bit left over. And they're typically 2-ounce bottles, so I would need at least 10 2-ounce bottles or 5 4-ounce bottles. Do I have any ideas for a V2 Executioner? I do, actually. That's a good point. The power to weight ratio being 1,500 to about a 10,000 pound truck is probably is a lot less than, I guess, scale. Even with the Fusion here, we're looking at 5,000 horsepower to a 2,000 pound truck. So, good point. Good point. These are C. The new nose dancing in monster truck is not. Oh yeah, balancing all that stuff. Turbo that bad boy, rip around the Isle of Man. Woo boy. I have number 9 primal son of a digger. Damn, I need to get the shock reservoirs. You know, I don't know. I don't know that the shock reservoirs are needed, especially when you get the pistons and all set up right. Now, this grave digger that I've got down here, it does have the reservoirs on it. Now, when I was going through all my tuning and all that, I talked to Primal about getting a set of those. And they said that they were most likely going to discontinue them, so I didn't bother pursuing them if they weren't going to be available to the public. But granted, this was a long time ago. Long time ago. Turbos, I got 20K and a Golf that keeps up with Lambos. Let's see what's up. No speed limit on the Man. No speed limit. Are there any minimum speed limits? Do anyone this time change still affecting my? Can I come by tomorrow afternoon and play with my? Yes, sir, Paul. You sure can. Unknown 714. What's up, buddy? Well, I'm assuming, Kevin, they just rely on common sense not to go 90 miles an hour around a 90-degree turn, I'm assuming. Chris, I have not sent him an executioner. Honestly, I just got all the stuff in yesterday that would allow me to even do that. I know there are 2 guys that are, I don't know if they're watching right now. They've been messaging me about doing a RTR executioner. And very soon I will be able to fulfill that. So it's going to happen very soon. Pat, could you imagine when the time comes that Kevin does actually come down to the Exoplex? I want it to be in the wintertime because nobody wants to visit here. Oh my goodness, Kevin. Oh man. Now you got me hyped on this, dude. Imagine Kevin here and us sitting back right here doing the full-on interview type deal, right? How cool would that be? Now, my question is this. Depending on what time of the year he can get here, hopefully late November, Christmas, January, February, hopefully somewhere around there will be the best time, honestly, weather-wise, because you don't want to be here May, June, July, August, September, October, most of November. Those are kind of nasty. We have like 4 months, 5 months of perfect, and the rest is just, oh, and when the humidity, man, you'll be out here, and all of a sudden you'll feel like this heat wave of wetness just, whoom, just hit you. Like out there at the Exoplex, I actually have a water hose, a sprinkler water hose set up between a couple trees. Turn that thing on, I'll put my chair and I'll just sit underneath that thing. I'll be dripping wet, but you know what? While everybody else is wet with sweat, I'm wet with water, and I'm cool. I'm going to go get me some shades, put them on. I'm going crazy coming down late. Yeah, Clayton, you are, it will definitely be an experience for you. He says every episode that you can message him the details of your product, he will showcase it on the news. Cool to see you. Huh. I hadn't thought of that, Chris. You got it right, Kevin. So if you want that winter home, yeah. And then, like I say, if you get a winter home and you're close here, you know, you don't have to stop your content. You got Exoplex here. I'm sure you'll have your own studio and all that stuff, but for content, Exoplex, you can join us for racing. You can do all that stuff. We have Callahan right up the road. They have a nice off-road track there. They got on-road oval. They got clay oval. They got that up there. And let me see, where else can we race? I know if we go down towards like DFD, there are several tracks down there, which I would want to take you down there to see that anyway. Those guys, they deal in side-by-sides a lot. And got a feeling we'll have a really good time down there, dude. I hope you're not afraid of mud. There's a lot of ladies. Yeah, but most of the good ones are out at the beaches. But every now and then, you got to move because you'll get in the shadow of some. I saw a little bit of the Canyons Executioner. I haven't seen him drive it, though. Let's see why I said that. Remember I saw someone running a track, says boat in the snow. Man, I have an old Viper boat. Kyosho Viper with the whole prop on the bottom of it. I would love to do that. Had it snowed here like it did in Pensacola this year, you would have seen that. I would have had that boat out there running the track. I would have been jumping the track out there, man. It would have been amazing. I saw someone at tracks. He came to rent me a room. I'll be at his home, lawn maintenance man. Chris, are you local? I would love to have somebody come out here and help me with my yard. Crawler course should be completed along with the new clay oval we're about to start on. Nice, Paul. There you go. Right there, DFD. Currently building a track, says Bigfoot 2-wheel drive, all RPM parts. Unknown, I did a video. This was a while back. It was a Traxxas Stampede. I went to Amazon and I bought like all the knuckles, hubs. I think I bought axles for the back of it because it was just a 2-wheel drive Stampede. But I bought the absolute bottom dollar, cheapest of the cheap parts I could get. I mean, we're talking like $4 for the knuckles, steering stuff. I mean, the absolute cheapest stuff. I put them on, and I'm going to be honest with you, it made the stock plastic stuff look really good. It was so bad. Out of tolerance. Everything was just loose like it had been driven 100 days in a row, 100 battery packs, put away wet, and just left to sit. I mean, it was bad. The video's still up. It's back. You have to search it, though. See, Marcus Landry, he has a memory like an elephant. He remembers all this stuff. He can probably tell you the date that it was released. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Still makes a front sway bar for the Rift. I've been having a hard time finding it. I'm not sure if he does or not. To me, it was okay, but it wasn't really needed. Wasn't really needed. The rest of your legends. Dan Fundura, what's up, buddy? We're just talking about DFD. I'm assuming Paul got a hold of me and said, hey, they're talking about us. So, oh boy, man, I did not bring a drink out here. And I need one. It is 8:14. Man, you guys have had me running my mouth for over an hour. I use RPM parts and they haven't failed me. Now, on my stock X-Max, I'm probably going to put the upgraded Traxxas parts on it. I'm going to try my best to keep it stock, but keeping it stock. No, I don't have any dues. All I have is a Sprite. All right. X-Max. What is stock to you? To me, stock is like keeping the stock ESC and motor, uh, but like most everything else is fair game. Uh, Simple things like a bell crank, hubs, knuckles. To me, that's all fair game. But to me, non-stock would start getting into when you start talking about motors and ESCs, because I really want to take this thing, keep it as light as I can. I do know that people talk about putting a Max 6 in it will wake the stock motor up. I've never actually done that comparison, and with that truck being 100% box stock as it sits right now, I'm thinking about trying that, but I want to get a true side-by-side launch, backflip, everything without touching the motor, just putting the ESC in it. Like say, right out of the box ESC. Then obviously come in and turn the ESC up, because you can tune the thing, right? So more of a T-Max type of stock, what comes in the box. See, to me, stock is just, as long as it's got stock power, it's okay. I mean, sometimes they come with a pinion gear, and if you change that out, is it still stock? Even though it came in the box, right? It's going to have the stock XL5 and stock 550 Titan motor. You buy a factory upgraded steering servo. Kenneth rear sway bar and lock the center transmission. 3.3 power or 7.7 like my Sin. It's box stock then. I mean, I really think mods that just add durability or just add precision, I don't really consider those as mods. I mean, to me, it's like if I were to take the deluxe shocks off and put something else on here, would that be a mod to this? I mean, I don't know. You try and hack program the ESC. I've never tried any of that stuff with the Traxxas ESC. I use steering servo, still stock. Now, steering servo, if you go like the servo I have in my XRT, which is a direct bolt-in, it's something I got from Sean. It's a much lower cost servo. But I mean, to me, that would be a mod, you know? I know in like the Losi NASCAR racing, dealing with Wally and all the people here, mod is like, if you simply change shock rule or something, they try to cry that it's mod. What I find funny is some of these guys, I think key fulcrum, that's it. I think they get a vehicle, they come out to race that vehicle, and they suck. So they find out that they're running something like mod bumpers or very small durability things. So they cry about that. Oh, that's not box stock. They cry about this. They cry about that. So they try to create a class that they have a chance in. The problem is if they're successful in getting that class that they think they're going to be successful in, they still can't drive. They're still going to get their butts handed to them every race. And then they're going to go crying again. So, Keith Fulcrum. Dude, that servo is nice, Keith Fulcrum. You just got to... I was talking to somebody about their X-Max the other day. They were talking about their X-Max that doesn't want to turn, tires are staying straight. They said the servo needs to be stronger. Well, not really. The stock servo, years ago, I put it on that old servo tester I had. It pulled about 480 ounces. So the stock servo has got a lot of power to it, but it is kind of slow. Where you lose all that power, where you lose that speed, even if you put some, like say a raw 500 or the key fulcrum in there, if you still got the stock bell crank, you haven't changed anything. You've got to upgrade that bell crank to get the power to the tires. If not, you haven't done anything except spend money. So if you beef up the servo, whether you put the servo adapter and a raw 500 in there and let that go, or any kind of servo at all, you need to beef up that saver so that you get the power to the ground. To me, it's just basic common sense. It would be like taking the motor out of your truck, whatever truck you got. It's got a clutch in it that is marginally good enough for the stock motor. Okay, marginally good. It'll hold the stock motor for the most part. Take that motor out, put in a 1500 horsepower motor, and keeping the stock clutch. You're not going to get much. You're going to get basically nothing out of it, except for a lot of noise. It's not going to put the power to the ground. Same way in a bell crank with the much powerful servo. Same thing. Now I've got the 2285X servo is actually pretty decent, but you can't volt it up, you know. So the key fulcrum, you can volt that up. Correct, Clayton. All right, so we got all of this right here. Okay, what can I show you? No, can't show you that. Can't show you that. I can't show that. Got quite a few things I can't show you guys. I'd like to, and I will in time, but not yet. Let me see. Get down. Dude's over there all jacked up. I'm looking at myself. I know it's been a while, Marcus. I'm not wearing pants, Nitro. Dude, I wear pants maybe 2 weeks a year. That's it. Nope. I can't do that. I cannot zoom around the room right now. Rev limiter set at 3,000. That's a good one there. Silver. Who is Silver? What is Silver? It's your favorite flip-flop company. My favorite flip-flop company? HOBBIBEA. Hobby Bear? They're actually, yeah, Hobby Bear. Oh, you guys are actually looking at my flip-flop. I didn't realize that I had that up so high. Oh my goodness. I gotta remember you guys can see all this here. I keep forgetting. I think you can see some of my X-Max, my XRT over there too. Will Arma ever come out with a 1/5 scale streetcar? I don't think so, Honcho. We've been trying for years to get a 1/5 Typhon, and they haven't done it. So we've been trying for years. The Mias axles, they are starting to become available. Now, these same flip-flops, they are the same ones you see on TikTok. One of the, man, every time I scroll through TikTok, it's like I'm just scrolling through which ads to look at. Very little original content I'm finding on TikTok right now. I find myself scrolling on Instagram way more. Uh, okay, hold on a second, Clayton. Woo! There you go. I spun around in the room. I never come out with that. Sorry. Wearing boots instead of shoes. Boot, come on. Joe, on Sam Executioner, did you end up running a rear sway bar? I did not use a sway bar on Sam Executioner. I haven't heard anything about the Losi LMT V2 other than somehow, and I don't know how because the original LMT was a beast. Somehow it's way, way better. I don't know how because the original LMT was just a monster beast, man. What axle would I recommend for my Bigfoot two-wheel drive? Buddy, I don't know. I haven't messed with one of those in a long time. Race quality 1/8. A race quality 1/8 buggy. For a track like what I have here, the TLR Typhon is more than enough. For a track like what you guys are building, you're talking Losi, Techno. Does Associated still have a 1/8 buggy, or is it just Techno and Losi now? See anything? I'm gonna pre-order some use. Pre-order some yes. What's up with the two-wheel drive Corley Synchro? The two-wheel drive Corley Synchro, they just took all the four-wheel drive driveline out of it. It's the exact same car, so I'm not exactly sure what their intentions are. Maybe trying to create a new novice class. I don't really know. I mean, if they had taken it and put another front end on it to change the geometry to where it was more two-wheel drive accurate per se, I could probably see that, but I'm not really sure where they're wanting to go with that. I'm not really sure. Now, if I end up with a two-wheel drive Synchro, maybe I'll see what they're talking about. Maybe. So, better axle casing. On the Losi, I know the RTR one with the censored motor, Vidavon actually has bulkheads for that. So he made them for the Losi, the big one, the big laser nut, but they also fit that. Did I get a haircut? Yes, I cut it. So, Pat, I'm holding a stack of papers. While I was doing some cleanup, I actually found these that I got with the other Team Corley. Wings in my name. Woo! I know the action isn't outside, but have you thought about making some to help protect the body a little better? Well, no, I haven't. I mean, the holes are here. Anybody can design something for that. Maybe I can. I don't know. I don't know. I just haven't really felt a need to do any of that stuff. You guys are selling a lot of Corleys. Do you have the parts to go with them, LC Paul? I kind of figured that when I put them here. Oh crap! I'm blocking the sound, so I better put that back. Somebody get Joe a Mountain Dew. We're losing him. Oh no! Don't tell me I'm losing signal. Not much. He needs some milk. Where in Florida are you? I hope I'm not losing signal. It's been doing good so far. West Palm. With the new singer. Holy moly! Dude, I have nothing to drink out here at all. So I really should have had something. But, oh well. It was at 6:48 rush to get out here. I'm like, oh my goodness. So, Thursday is sacrificing all for you, the viewer. That's right, Pat House. Sacrifice everything. Nope, I'm doing just fine. Clayton, I'll be fine. I got 30 more minutes. Dude, I don't have room in here for a mini fridge. I've got everything in here everywhere. Like, I only have a couple pieces of wall left, and that's going to be for transmitters. I got to build a couple racks for more transmitters. Uh, the wife deliver right. No, if you die, it's on us. It's all your fault, Nitro Pimp. All right, Kenneth. Catch you later, buddy. He does, but I'm not going out there. So how much RC farm mud did you take home? I didn't bring. Well, there was some on my shoes. I've already taken all my canopies out. Got everything hosed off. I hosed off the my table covers and actually put them in the washing machine. I'm afraid to wash something right now, but I'm gonna have to do like a cycle through it or something. Maybe I'll put some socks in there or something. That I don't mind being orange, you know. Billy, you broke the axle skid. Send me some pictures so I can see what you broke. That's the first one I've ever heard of it being broke. I've beat on mine like crazy. I mean, I've hammered this thing. Never had it break. And it's the same exact one that I sell. Send me a picture of what broke so I can see if there's something I need to change on the design. Anytime something that I make breaks, send me pictures of it. It's not about, oh, you jumped it off a house or something. I don't care about that. But if it's something that I can repair or something I can make stronger as a running change to the product, please share that to me, please. Pick simple, easy, and out of the way. Get to try the new flask. I have not messed with any new radios in a while. From Mini Fridge and Joe. I love half the space. Come on, man. Now, maybe if I get like a little bitty one here, do they make them like that? I could put that on the shelf. Sensor capabilities if you use a hobby SC castle motor with a sensor layer adapter. Yes, Chris. You just don't have the you don't get temperature monitoring, I think. I've got those adapters, but yes, it will run that and it will be censored. Yes. What's up, Kelly? I think for Talbot, it's way late in the morning for him. He's probably last minute editing or something. What's all this leak talk about? I've actually mentioned hints verbally throughout this entire live stream. Yeah, email is fine. I can't check it till I get off of this, but I really want to see what you broke, and I will get you a new one sent out. Oh man, we hope Talbot is sleeping and not clubbing. It's midnight in Isle of Man, dude. Midnight, I'm wide awake. Midnight. Last minute editing, whatever, you know. Or I'm literally out here working on the table. Like today I did a tire video with something I can't show you. I also did an unboxing that I can't show you. And something else. Oh, I did an executioner video, which I also can't show you because of the tires. Basically, I can't show you anything I did today. I have not even heard about a DBXLE 3.0. Hold on. I did hear about it. I heard about it at RC Forum at Zombie Palooza. I did hear about it there. My thoughts are, I hope it's a real low-C. Never really felt that the DBXLE was a true low-C, though. I always felt like it was kind of an imported vehicle. not really a knockoff, but maybe like a subcontracted style vehicle. I mean, it's a beast. Don't get me wrong, it's a beast, but it just feels like it's a little under what a Losi is, if that makes any sense. What's my go-to basher? Right now, it's going to be the Punisher 4 by Corley and X-Max. Man, I could not. The only time I get to bed early is when I'm at events. That's the only time I get to go to bed early because I have nothing to work on for the next day. Right? When are you going to something from? When are you going to something from again? Say what, Kelly? When are you going to something from again? I have no idea what you're trying to ask there. Good things about this team, Corley. Yeah, the Punisher 4, I think, is on point. Now, I had the, in fact, I've got the Asuga. The thing about it is the Asuga seems to have the same driveline as the Punisher 4, but the Asuga is bigger, heavier, stronger, and I've had issues keeping the diffs alive in that, which I actually found the diffs on eBay. Jenny's RC is where I found the parts at for that. See, Paul, dude, man, when I was sleeping out there, there was a tractor parked next to me. I never heard the tractor wake up or tractor fire up, any of that stuff. And by the time I actually woke up and popped the trunk, there was like 100 people out there. I'm like, well, now. Oh, when am I going to do something Grom again? Well, I just did a Grom video with brushed and brushless Typhons and the Mojaves. I don't have the little granite. I don't have one of those. Sure how it broke. Didn't notice it. I was running for a while. It definitely made a difference. I'm glad to have it. I'll get you fixed up, Billy. My phone wouldn't let me say it. On-road racing. Speaking of on-road racing, this Sunday we've got the Hardline Crawl Comp here. I'm going to be home next Sunday, I do believe, so I'm actually thinking about running some oval racing. And obviously that would be NASCAR, STK, and the Groms. Surprised you didn't wake up while we were hammering at 12 a.m. to get... I think I was awake at 12 a.m. I do recall you guys being out there at 11:30, so maybe not. God, Major running really late. Looks and sounds like I missed a bit. Mark Vassera, yes sir. Certified content. Will the stock DBXL 2.0 fit in the Typhon? No, they were way... No, dude. You're talking about... How do I put this here? Your stock Typhon motor would be like this, okay? And the DBXLE motor is like this. So, really, not they don't just bolt in, buddy. I'm sure there's a kit out there somewhere to put them in, but it is not just going to pop into there. When will I have a raw 500 back in stock? Basically, I order the reefs per order basis. And if you want reefs 500, I'll probably have to get about 3 or 4 or 5 of them, 5 different orders to put together to make that happen. So if you want the 500, just go ahead and order it from Reefs RC. Let me see where we at here. 20 minutes to go. Tomorrow's video is going to be more of the Zombie Palooza. This is day 2. That's what I was editing when I happened to look at the time on my phone, and was like, holy moly. I had to take off running. Let me see. I got something. No. On the Helimons, you guys saw my 4S video where I wrung off the short shaft. Apparently, that's a common issue with there. I was told today that there's a whole group, and that's the side that everybody's ringing off, and it just simply spins loose or spins off right there, kind of like a Dana 44 axle shaft, the stock one, because for some reason they put that little neck down right there, and that's where you spin them off every time. Just make sure you're using an affiliate link of Joe's about it. If you order from A-Main or Horizon or Tower, I can get you affiliate links. If you order from, if you want to order from Amazon, I've got links for those as well. Are all these Helimons super noisy? They are not the quietest vehicles out there, no. I wouldn't call them noisy, but they are not the quietest. Just now joining, not sure if it's been covered. What pedals are on the XRT? Those are the J Concepts animals. J Concepts animals. Now, J Concepts, they also have a rib tire for them things too. I gotta get a set of those. So basically, affiliate. All right, if you guys are still watching here, okay, affiliate links. The way they work is if you want something that I show in the video, I post an affiliate link down below. All you've got to do is click on that link. Usually it'll take you to the product on that website. And at that point you use that and I basically get a commission off of it. It's usually 4 to 5%. I've got I think A-Main and Horizon are 6%, I think. But that's a commission, or I don't like using the term kickback because that just sounds like a devious thing to me. Oh, you're getting a kickback off of that, blah blah. But it's a sales commission is what it is, and it's proper term. The Helimon has 32 pitch gears. Anybody trying to tell you that it's 48 pitch, they're just stupid or wrong, or both. They are 32 pitch or mod 0.8. That is the gear on that. Now, if you use like the Fusion 8, mod 0.8 will get you a 5mm bore pinion, and that's what you need. Well, if I do something for the Grom, it will be next weekend, next Sunday when we do the on-road oval race. And time to really go through. And our demo is loud and my primal. We're just... Now, yeah, they aren't as quiet as what I think they could be, but I wouldn't say they're loud. If you're in a quiet room, oh yeah, you're going to hear this thing like it's on a loudspeaker. But if you're out with your buddies driving, generally speaking, you're probably not going to notice it. Because chances are good, you'll have somebody else out there with a really bad mesh making your sound really quiet to begin with. I appreciate that, Blitz. Do you, LC Paul, by any chance, do you have short side axles for that thing? Front, left, short side axles. I need a new axle shaft for mine. Yeah, Kelly, message me. I've got everything you need to get you guys an Exocutioner now. Well, I would definitely recommend stocking up on them. I put a word in with my guy at Horizon. I'm like, I need a short side axle, preferably 2. Well, when I had the Helimon up here with the Rift, the stock Rift axles, they're actually the same width, except one has portals, one doesn't. But after breaking the inner axle, I don't feel it's stronger than a Rift axle, though. Well, LC Paul, when you get your parts package for it, Message me if you get a set of front axle shafts. I'd like to order them from you. Dude, I think the Gila Mana is actually pretty darn nice, honestly. Um, as far as axle shafts go and all that, I will tell you this: Arthur Vidavon, he has one. So, and he asked me what parts we need for it. Immediately, I said axle shafts, definitely for the front, and drive shafts. Which the drive shafts are basically a rift. They're just short versions. But rift drive shaft, you can take a rift drive shaft, cut it, and make it work. So, thank you, LC Paul. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't feel the Helamon is poor quality, to be honest with you. I'm actually kind of excited because it's a whole new platform that we can build off of. Now, to me, I love the idea of it. And then being able to put the cutting brakes front, back, and then put it into the transmission. If you put it in all three spots, you could actually cut your drive down to one tire. Not that I can see where that will be a benefit, but you could actually do that. At Zombie Palooza, they had one out there, and actually did pretty decent, to be honest with you. The stock motor and everything too. Well, I'll see, Paul. What if I come up with a skid to put that on an Executioner rail, on Executioner rails with the J Concepts F250 body? Would that be tempting? Because I kind of want to do that. I just haven't done it yet. What part of the country I'm in? I am just west of Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, Andrew Diddle, you're back. Now, you say Holy C with 3 asterisks. It's not Holy Cow. So I'm kind of curious what those other 3 letters would be. I have an idea. Like a aunt or something, you know? F250. Oh, rap. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a whole lot better than what I was thinking. Okay, yeah. I'm good. Sorry, Jill. I have a new phone and I do voice to text because I'm legally blind. So sometimes it does what it wants. Holy cows. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. All right, so we got about 12 minutes to go here. You guys have somehow managed to keep me on. So as soon as this thing is done, boom, shutting down and getting out of here. What's up, Kurtz RC? Joe. I know, Rich, yep. I am real, though, Joe. Don't worry. Has AI... Hold on. Have you been messing around with Chat GPT, Andrew? West Virginia rednecks are us. Is that correct? Is that how that is? WV rednecks are us. Crawling expertise. You're going to need some crawling expertise at the shop. Do you want to set up a crawling 101 class? I can come down there. I'm actually supposed to do something with Operation 11 Charlie. Cool. All right. Where I'm supposed to go help some veterans. Basically, give them or gonna walk through some stuff with RCs. Give them something to think about, you know. Tommy, I have one more video from tomorrow. And it will be it's the monster trucks and a little bit of the more stuff, I think, from Saturday. Or Actually, most all of it is from Saturday. I didn't get much Sunday due to obviously the weatherman being way wrong. We were supposed to get like 0.15 inch of rain from 6 to 7 in the morning, and it turned out to be from about 9 in the morning till, well, forever. And I kid you not, Tommy, when I left there, my entire ride home was in the rain. All 7 hours of it, all in the rain. I did stop for pizza though. There's this gas station, Exit 301, and they've got the best gas station pizza ever. Every time I go past that, I've got to stop in and get a couple slices. It's called a Busy Bee. And man, oh, it is so awesome. I don't want a mud race. It is amazing. Thank you, Doug. I there used to be some Wingstops here. I know that girl. Did that girl ever get Wingstop? Because she worked 10 hours and she's ate nothing, and all she wants is Wingstop drive. Did that girl ever get Wingstop? I know you know what I'm talking about because it was kind of a viral thing. I worked 10 hours and all I want is Wingstop. What is saying? What are you up to? It sounded like she said squid, but it was another girl's name. Gwen, I think it was. We stopped at exit 19 and got pizza. 19, yeah. Do you guys go north from there? Because I went out to 20 over to 75 and down. There was only one issue with like traffic and stuff, but otherwise it was a fairly smooth and wet ride. We got 8 minutes. Dude, this AC is really getting it cold in here too. All right, so I've got to figure out, I've got to finish putting together this Executioner so I can drive it tomorrow with the hot racing transmission, dig, and all that. So I've got to get that one finished up right there. Then I want to possibly do a comparison between, well, I'm not sure. Yeah, this one, I'm sorry, my brain is now thinking and planning for tomorrow. That one's got 28% overdrive in the transmission. I'm not sure where the axle ratios are going to be on that. I'm not sure where it's going to be overall on the overdrive, so I know where this one's at. So, yeah. Okay, where are we at? There's 83 of you guys watching now. We've got 7 minutes to go. Competition crawling, okay? You guys know I really like competition crawling. I don't enter as much as I want. But I think I mentioned something maybe a couple weeks ago. But it looks like it's going to actually happen. It's been drawn up. They've been printed. They are test fitted. I believe they're going to go into production. They're not my specific axles, but I literally worked on the STLs for these axles. They are made by Mias. So, and Mias has been good to me, not going to lie, but they're not a Chinese company that I trust in having my own exclusive part through them, if that makes any sense. You got to be real careful about who you deal with over there. Dealing with Arthur Vidavon, yes, I really feel that may happen, that I do get an actual legit set of axles that are completely mine. I do think that can actually happen, okay? Um, but I just don't trust Mias to keep this product as mine. So with that, I've had to change my wording, but I got them to make a new set of competition portal axles. On these axles, see, like, we got the double jointed right here, right? You can get like 80 degrees turn out of these things. Kept that. One of the issues, one of the issues um, is servo wire clearance down here. I took care of that. Another issue is with legality reasons for that group. They like to call themselves Sorca. The front axle is going to be upgraded shafts. The ring and pinions are going to be upgraded, I hope, right out of the box on those. Hopefully, okay. Upgraded right out of the box on those. It will have the option, it will retain the option for servo behind the axle or servo on top. It will retain that, but it will be the dimensions of the inside of it will remain the same, but it will be 5 millimeters narrower, hex to hex. What this will do, this will allow us to get the tires in further so they meet Sorca requirements with a skinny tire as far as the body and all of that goes, because they have some requirements on that. We don't have that here at the Exoplex. On the rear axle, the internals will be the same. However, the rear axle is going to be 10 millimeters narrower to allow you to get through the gates. It's like I don't have wheels on there, but with this Capra rear axle, my tires are as wide as a 10.3. But the wheel nut actually sticks out further than the wheel. This will allow us to be able to get that into the wheel and still cover the portal so you have a good clean pass through. So that is something that should be coming out. And hopefully I will have these hopefully in about 3 weeks. I had to make it to where it's their product, because even if I had the cash to put down for the minimum order quantities and have them be an Exocaged product, I just don't trust them to keep it an Exocaged RC product, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of one of them things that I think I've been able to get these made for us. I really hope that this happens correctly, like what I'm hoping for. The work that I've done on the STLs should make things really nice. At least that's what I'm hoping. Okay. Now, I did see a comment here. Does SSD make a crawler axle? I believe they do. Yeah, they do have housing and stuff. What do you think of the Voodoo Wizard axles? If you're talking about the ones I saw released a few weeks ago, the portals have a 1-to-1 ratio in them. Not a fan of that at all. The rest of the design, they claim ultra high clearance, this and that. They're no better than these. Same thing here. At best, you might pick up a millimeter. But honestly, I have zero intentions to get those axles, especially knowing what I've got coming up from this. Just putting that out there. We're right at the end of it. It's 9 o'clock. So I realize there are 79 people watching. You guys are about to haul butt. I got that. So I'm going to finish this thing up with that. And hopefully you guys have a great night. Wrap this up. Some more skilled looking chassis with a yes. What's a square body Chevy? Rob, catch you later. Bruh, is that bruh welding? Brute welding. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. I'm going to get out of this chair. The chair is probably going to sling out into the wall. And I'm going to shut this thing down and go in and see if I can grab something to... Thank you, Rich, for sending all this stuff, man. This is phenomenal. Guys, go check out his YouTube and all that. Go get all that. All right. See you later, Paul. Andy, catch you later. I'll see Paul. Go get a drink. You got it, buddy. All right. You guys have a good one. And I'll be back in the morning. I will be sleeping when that video is released, though. Ready? I got to put a carpet back here. Later, guys.